The European Union says it is committed to a strong and robust mutually beneficial partnership with Nigeria and will support the country address challenges and seek opportunities. Ambassador Ketil Carlson, head of European Union delegation to Nigeria, spoke on EU-Nigeria partnership. The EU ambassador said the Union was collaborating with the Nigerian government to bring an end to the prevailing security challenges across the country.
The last year has been a difficult year, and I'm not going to deny that. It's been difficult for Europe and it's been difficult for Nigeria as well. We've seen lives and we have seen livelihood severely impacted. I mean, just look at the dire economic situation for so many ordinary Nigerians. But in spite of those circumstances, we have also seen a year where the partnership between the European Union and Nigeria has really grown to new dimensions. And I think that is worth celebrating in spite of the circumstances. Team Europe was created in the middle of a global pandemic. But one of the first and to date most notable examples and results was actually the support provided to Nigeria. We managed to mobilize very swiftly an additional support of 50 million euros to Nigeria that was launched last year, and we saw how that could support the rollout of the presidential task force and of course, supporting the making available medical equipment, palliatives, and generally supporting the bold but important policy choices that were made. This week, we wish to announce that we will avail the remaining 14 million euros of that fund to the vaccine rollout in Nigeria and to support, in particular, having equitable access to vaccines and to have a better risk communication. So this is on top of the very significant support that the European Union has been providing to the rollout of vaccines globally, with more than 2.2 billion euros being availed, and an additional 100 million euros that just last week was announced for Africa in particular. A notable success story on youth in the past month is making sure that a record number of Nigerian students were selected for the Erasmus Plus scholarship program. In fact, we doubled the number of Nigerian students this year, and that's a great achievement during times of a pandemic, and that is putting Nigeria right at the very top worldwide amongst the 5 countries that had most students selected. And of course, in the meantime, as my colleague will be able to confirm, we have rolled out just about all the foreseen development cooperation programs, amounting to almost 800 million euros during the recent financial framework. And the same applies for our humanitarian support, amounting to 285 million since 2014, and including 44.5 million just last year, and an indication of an additional 37 million euros only in 2021. And more is being considered. On the trade side, in spite of a global decline, and we need to recognize this, trade figures are generally going down. In spite of that, the European Union remains the biggest trading partner for Nigeria, with 20.4% of the total trade with Nigeria with the world in 2020, and we remain as well the biggest investor to Nigeria when we look at the EU and member states combined. So since I mentioned 2023, let me just add 1 or 2 reflections on democracy and electoral reform in particular. You may recall that the EU has for many years supported the democratic consolidation in Nigeria. We have provided more than 100 million euros in support for all the key partners here, whether INEC, the National Assembly, civil society, or the political parties for that matter. And we have seen some important results.